Okay. Welcome. I'm right now here. Hopefully, yeah. Okay. So, today we are here to talk about the whole pressure situation and my opinion all about it and what I actually think about this situation in my honest opinion. So, okay. Pressure is a game, as most people know. Game on Roblox in here. It's a pretty good game. I very much enjoy it, especially with friends. It's funny, it's pretty cool, and it was created by the group Urban Shade. Um, and as you know, the whole director, the one that decided to try and give it this project life, was Zeal, your friend Zeal, if I'm not wrong. Now, recently, a few months ago, around, if I'm not wrong, March, between March and April, there were allegations made by a ex-worker called Ren, or No Longer New. Now, that person decided to be herself and decided to actually confront the whole thing about being sexually harassed. This whole thing is pretty cool. It's can be all of that. It can be whatever people think, but on my opinion, it's weird. In my opinion, it's weird because the allegation that she presented, the whole document that she presented, on my opinion, is valid and invalid at the same time. Now, I don't mean that she is lying. What I actually mean is that something here is giving there's whole parts that is not true or essentially missing. Now, what I mean by this is the whole stuff completely not untrue, but it's it is not justification for what she has done and for what she is alleging. She alleged that the Zeal sexually arrested her, yes, but there's still pieces in there that it does not make sense at all. Now, what do I mean by this? What I mean is, what you stated is information missing. It's just information, a lot of information missing. Hey, if you go now to the whole document, if you read the whole document, you will see eventually a bunch of proof, the M's, the image of love in this case, like Hikis for example, officially like love marks or a way to love your partner that are caused by sucking or biting in the skin. You saw those all that. Yeah. Those probably are very hard to falsificate and all, but there's something that I always thought. This is my opinion. If you want to prove sexual harassment, you need not just yams or like photos of your body and need actual proof. Might be like by actual proof. I mean a video stating like a whole video showing like audios showing that the engagement was not consensual from Rand's perspective, but from Zilda was consent. And well, essentially what I'm saying here is that it shows that Rand didn't consent and yet Zil did. He needs those type of proof, which is hard to get. But it's essentially a proof that completely eliminate any type of defense that this can give. No. Ren didn't do it. Ren didn't do it. And I started to question myself, okay, well, if she didn't do it, maybe I shouldn't believe it yet. I give it a few days, and then so what happens is he still make a response. He states in his group chat that, okay, yeah, he's seeing all that, and he's essentially gonna make a response soon. Soon enough, something happens. He posted a video. The video is taken down, and I'm not gonna make like much of that information. But essentially, when the video is taken down, it wasn't a good video. It was a statement of happening. Like, he was just being honest and trying his best not make something idiotic. Essentially, he ended the stream, and for the reasons, not the reasons, for essentially the information I know, he tried to attempt to document. He failed. Unfortunately, he did fail, and the last what I know. Not sure if he got out yet or not, but this gives me a different clue. So, then, after all this, after everything that happened, comes up another person explaining, defending Zeal, putting his perspective and Ren's accusations, single document, and everything. DMs, images, proofs, everything. Screenshots, everything. What he can do, he will try to do. People often say that this and that and blah 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 blah. There's a bunch of stuff. I don't believe it. What I believe is certainly something completely wrong. And well, that is something that has to be done. Proof. They need both proof. This whole situation just escalates even more because of how the community treated Zeal, in my opinion. Even in the start, I had already a bad image of Zeal. When it started, completely bad image. But I knew there was probably something that there was missing. And I was not gonna say like, okay, Zeal has that. Zeal has no, he does not serve the harassment that he got. He does not serve the criticism that he got. No, he did not serve. Most people say and look at and say, hey, he did this, he did that. No. Don't have to. You can't just say something when you don't have to. It's not acceptable at all. Oh well. After all this, people started to put themselves and look at the perspective. The same perspective that people have looked at the start. Now, I agree that their perspective is right now not the best, but it's better than it was at the start. Now, what most people think and what most people say about this all is I just can't. I look at it and it's stupid. It's just stupid. It's plain stupid. decided on how people are ignorant to one side, just make sure to actually put their information on the other side. It actually disgusts me that people look at one thing and just assume, okay, that's true, that's gotta be it. No, this not work like that. Will never work. After all this whole situation, still being hospitalized, ran, getting a bunch of people going around and blah blah. The whole situation, people started making videos. I started watching them and getting other opinions. Now, this is with my opinion. This is where my opinion. For videos I watched, it seems that Ren is an actual manipulator. She's the one being the judge in it. She's the one that actually made the whole thing, like the whole false stuff and much more. Then comes me, simple guy that thought. And for what I understand, for my opinion to be clear, this whole situation completely different. Why do people do it? I don't know Zeal, I don't know anyone about it here. I just think it was very wrong what Ren doing. My opinion states that something is completely missing. And that's something that people might be confused with. This whole statement just doesn't make sense. Okay, it never did make sense, in my opinion. There's a lot of stuff missing here. A lot of stuff that is and surely missing too. So in my opinion, people should stop criticizing Zeal for what he, in another ways of we don't even know, done. And we should rethink our actions as a community and as a society. Because what was done in here, what was essentially done by most people on Twitter, the community, and essentially the whole social media inside, the videos, the YouTube, anything, talking about Zeal's perspective and Zeal's situation was the most disgusting thing that I've seen. Now, I'm not saying that Zeal is innocent. I don't know if he's innocent or not. We need more proof and we need an actual judge. I'm waiting for the legal action and the legal situation to be public. So I can review it and see who was in fault. Because this is not a matter of who in here is in fault. It's a matter of deciding and knowing who was actually in fault, not who we think. And so if we think it was Zeal, then we gotta arrest Zeal and make sure he's dead. No, this is completely wrong. This is the most horrific thing you can do to a person. That is bring him down to the most bottom pit ever. Now, most people think that that I might be wrong, that they will, if they see this video, they will be completely confused, because I don't even know how to talk. know Zeal, I don't know anyone in here. I just can't even say talk with this on this video shit. I'm trying to make my answer in it and I can't even actually answer. Zeal situation has been discussing too much and that's something. As well as I wish it. Now, going back to my opinion, as I told and described that there's essentially stuff missing, as I repeated that for at least 400 times. In my opinion, I was told there's something missing information from Ren, and I don't know what will be Zeal's response to this, but essentially my answer in his whole situation is, Zeal, I'm not supporting you, but I'm supporting you at the same time. I'm supporting you both in this case, because I don't know if Ren is wrong or right, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna go arrest her. Luckily I'm opposing to that. But I'm supporting you, Zeal, because there's certain stuff that is missing, and the whole video made sure to actually show that something is completely wrong in here. Your video that you posted it and deleted after, and I'm thankful that they was taken down, because it was a very sensitive video and people were not answering very much well, and you didn't deserve the backlash that you actually got. Now, all of the situation that you suffered, that people have suffered, is essentially so immature of Ren, of the community in here, that failed to act as a community and as supporters. Just failed. They just completely failed. I remember like watching the stuff and making my response to, it was proven, it was all this, but certainly I can't assume all this. There's always something behind words of what people say. The only thing we can do actually is wait for an answer, wait for a response, and wait for an actual statement from judge, from the people around. What you have suffered, Zeal, no one should ever suffer. You shouldn't have suffered either, because I'm not sure how old are you. I'm not gonna deep into your life now, but what you have essentially suffered, you shouldn't have suffered, even if you are a child or an adult. No one deserves to suffer what you did, and in my opinion, if you need help, I am sure, I can assure you, is on my opinion, that there's people on the community that don't believe a Ren statement, that they are on your side and they are trying to prove your innocence. Now, I hope you get better if you're still in a bad position, and I hopefully get to see more updates on the game itself, because not gonna be honest, I don't know how much time you took on developing this game with the other people, but I am sure that once it was launched and you see so much people playing it, that you were looking at yourself and got to be proud, because you were able to actually make people happy with a simple game. The updates that we waited, everything that we waited for that game, it was essentially just wow, spectacularly. I hope you get better if you see this video, of course, and I hope that the people that watch this realize by my words, by my confusing words, that we can't believe on what Ren says. We can believe what she just said because what she presented as proof is not enough to, on my opinion, is not enough to be proven as sexual assault. And even if the proof was enough, you should have given you time to answer, time to think, and time to actually make a response, even if it's a video or a text on Discord. Something has to be answered to your defense. Everyone deserves a word in this world. We all have we all have the right to exclaim on our opinion and state it in public. And no one is like, no one is able, no one has the permission to take that right of yours from you. They don't have. That's why I hope sooner or later you make a statement, even if it's on Discord, you make this whole situation calm down, because from what I'm seeing it's not calming down sooner or later. I hope it calms down though, because for what I've seen right now the community is going crazy and it's going never. I hope this all comes down and that you can prove your innocence, not just as a developer but as a person. Because what I've seen as proof, it does not make sense. It is not. People should think twice before acting. With this, I'm gonna make a resume.
Your stupidity continues to amaze
As
me.
always, to make this resume as always, and at the end of this, I hope people realize that
Your stupidity continues to amaze me.
that people realize what they have done wrong. They have done wrong. It essentially they should have done. And if you still don't understand what people should have done, you as a viewer, you should have waited for an answer from Zeal. You should have waited for responses from people that decide to take a step in and investigate. And if you don't want to watch those videos like that 40-50 minutes long, an hour maybe, you gotta get your hands dirty and actually search for the response, for the answers, for everything in sense. Essentially, as I said, people just believe the victim, but they never believe the attacker. Just believe the victim. You can't always believe in the victim. Sometimes they are lying, sometimes they are telling the truth, sometimes they are manipulating the whole shit because they want to bring down the person's life. Now, I'm not sure if it was the state of Ren or not, but from what I understand and from the screenshots, everything I saw, Ren is essentially given her opinion of being rude. My opinion was rude of her for what she done. Rude, it was false, not responsible, and it just wasn't. Well, children is different. with this all, I say my goodbyes on this live stream and state once again, and hopefully clearly, that my opinion about the situation, the Rand situation, is that Rand isn't right, Zeal isn't right. Both gotta state their opinion. Right now I'm defending Zeal's side because for what Zeal presenting as a proof, for what people are showing me as proof, and the opinion that I have regarding Zeal is innocent in it. It's practically the only one that is showing me proof that he's innocent, and that essentially Rand is not as innocent. I want to thank anyone that is in here watching this. I'm not sure who the hell is watching it because but I want to essentially say that for you, Zeal defenders, continue to defend whoever you think is right. Whoever you think is innocent, defend them. Don't arrest others. Don't arrest other defenders, and principally don't go after the other. If you defend Rand, please take a step back from arresting anyone, because that is the most and completely idiotic choice that you can actually make. And I'm stating this one last time. Whoever makes a decision of coming after whoever it is, you're an idiot. You're a stupid idiot with no brains. Even a damn door is more smarter than you. So rethink your actions, take a few steps back, and maybe reconsider thinking on what you just have done and how much damage you have caused to another person. Because this is the first time I've seen this. This is the first time I actually put my opinion in public. Because what I've seen, it makes me want to put this on public. Just makes me want to put this on public. You were able to make a creator, a Roblox developer, try to do something so horrible. I'm gonna end this stream because I hope you people understand that what I have to say is my honest opinion, my first me in this case talking about how in this case I made this whole situation view on my eyes, and I hope you have a great day, and please rethink your steps and your opinions about them, because what you just have done in the community wasn't the best action that you just made life worse for somebody that you don't even know if it's actually the culprit or not. Defend the victim, but rethink your steps before assuming. This is the end of the stream, this is the end of the live. I hope you have a great day.